What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Vegeta SSJ3. I was watching Daima and I saw him going Super Saiyan 3 as a kid version. What did you think? Thought it looked a bit goofy. Like, it was a cool fight sequence, but just the design of the kid Super Saiyan 3. Maybe it's just me, but I went down the rabbit hole of Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 then, and I found this image. So, landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause, we go too fast. I've done the Xeno Vegeta Super Saiyan 3, but never like normal. 3/4 pose, so his head's kind of turned away. That means one side of his head is like smaller than the other because it's slightly turned away from us. But probably have to zoom in, face a bit small. We'll start with the eyebrow. Or lack of eyebrow. Okay. I like a check mark. And we got like that line that they have when they're sort of bald. So it's like the brow, I guess, would be a more accurate way of describing it. Then we have the Dragon Ball standard sort of eye, right? So you have a small line and then a long line. And then you curve those together. Like so. He's looking quite intense, so we'll go up there, and then his pupil. We can just barely see the pupil. So the other one is different, right? And there's no like W frown. They just do another line going up the way, right? So it goes vertical nearly, rather than horizontal on this side. And it goes outside of his head, up, and then back in. Becomes his forehead eventually, but say like it goes up that way. So his head is kind of tilted differently, you know. And we can barely see his eye in there, but we can see the square shape at least. Right? It's like diagonal. So it's like this part of his eye, right? When it curves together, say. So it's like in line with the top of this eye. You know, the corner, like here. This is slightly higher up as well. It's more in line with his brow. And then, very thin, angry iris line. And you can just see a little bit of his pupil there. And then maybe like a bit of a frown line there, maybe. So his nose sticking out to the side. It's square on top. And then goes back in. And they draw the shadow in the bottom there. They also do the cheek marks, you know, these little sort of hatching marks that the Dragon Ball characters have. And his mouth, grumpy mouth. So it's real close to the nose, right? So you can kind of just do a flat one if you want. That's kind of cool as well. But make him look grumpier. I'm gonna like go down and kind of up on the other side. And then there's usually like some hatching or something just underneath his bottom lip. So you can see like the curve for the center of his face kind of like curves this way. Because the head is a curved object. So then his chin, it's kind of square. And then starts to go like that way. So because we're in 3/4 pose, we got a jaw on this side and his cheek on this side, right? So this side is kind of standard shape, like for a jaw. So it goes out like just to underneath the sort of edge of his eye there, and then it changes direction up towards like where his, like if he had eyebrows, you know, it's kind of like up this way. The other side's kind of different, right? So it curves out to just beyond the nose. So it goes like there. And then it goes in towards the eyebrow. And it's like, it's slightly bendy. So it like curves in a little bit. Right, so then it curves in a little bit towards the eye, but doesn't quite touch the eye. And then starts to curve out towards his brow again, like out to here. So just beside the eyebrow then, we have his sideburn. And your sideburn in Dragon Ball usually becomes the ear. Not always, but usually. See, it's like one line. That's like his hair, you know, his hairy sideburn. And then the ear comes out from there. And you can do ear lines. Letter J is the easiest way. But if you want more detail, you can add a bit more. So his hairline. So he's got that Vegeta big spike coming down like the center. Like a V or a curvy V. So it follows like his head going that way. And then his hairline comes back down to there. Quite big now. And then we got like side of his head sort of there. And then his forehead on this side goes in behind this hair spike. Like there, right? And then he has like, we can like imagine style veins. You could do the M if you wanted. It's an option. Big forehead. No offense, Vegeta. Sorry. He's losing his hair. I think he is. He's gonna be Krillin soon. Right. Super Saiyan 3 hair goes like down behind his body and his neck. I'll just get like the top half, and then we'll get the body, and then we can try and get the rest in. So we'll do the first spike there. And there's like little spikes behind here. So I wasn't really sure the Daima version, because it kind of like spiked up. It was like normal Super Saiyan, but just longer. So another one. And then there's like some smaller ones. And the big one. It's like really big, I think. Another one over here behind his ear. This one goes behind his shoulder. And then there's all ones that come down this way. a lot of these now go behind, you know, go behind his back. I'll just quickly do some textures. So for texture lines, you just like follow the shape of the spike. Broken kind of lines, small ones, long ones. You can do as much as you want. Some artists do more, some artists do less. Even the animators are different on this one. It's always different. Okay, so we get some body in, and then I can finish the hair where there's gaps. Okay, so his arms are folded over his chest. So see, neck, real big. Back of it, front of it over here. That's how wide it is. And then it's trapezius that way. Trapezius on this side, that way. Neck muscles then inside go down towards the center of his chest. I guess we got like Adam's apple sort of in there. So these muscles always go to the center of your chest. So your chest muscles come out from there. And then further neck muscles like in here. So he's got his blue ripped clothing just sort of coming across the front of his chest. So it can be kind of spiky because it's all torn up and rips there. And then the other side of it kind of goes behind his arms then. This one behind his shoulder. So folded arms can be annoying, but not that bad. Like, obviously we can't see his hands, so makes it a bit easier. So he's got white gloves, right? So we'll just do the ends of it. It kind of curves around his forearm there on one side. And if you look in a mirror, you know, you'll see how arms fold. So like one comes underneath, and you kind of like grab your bicep, or sometimes people tuck them into their armpits. I think they're going into armpits in this one. So say this goes this way, and we get kind of like a folded situation around his wrist. So say we meet kind of the other gloved section around his forearm here. And then like his hand sort of just disappears down behind the bicep there. So ripped and torn sort of clothing comes around his shoulder muscle. And then we get the arm this side, right? So Dragonball, big biceps, shoulders, all that stuff. So it's like a circular sort of shape with a little spike on it, right? And then you have like deltoid muscle lines all coming down there. Bicep then, your bicep connected to your shoulder. And then the forearm comes in here. And then the tricep connects to your elbow, connects to the bottom part of your forearm. And we got like some extra tricep lines and elbow and forearm muscles in here. And we're going to give him like veins and stuff just on his muscles here. Because why not? And yeah, I think that's just like the palm of his hand sort of going in there. And then like his other, like a knuckle or something comes out here for his glove. And okay. So his other elbow is kind of different. So forearm comes out here. Then we get his elbow, like that sort of shape. And then muscle lines. And what else? So another shoulder muscle here. And then like, I guess this would be his bicep. But everything is kind of turned on its side, you know. Right, couple more hair spikes, filling in the gaps that we missed. Let's say back here as well. Right, and we'll just add the texture lines to it. A bit more of his t-shirt here, I think. His ripped clothing. Boop. Okay, that's all yellow. Yellow, yellow, blue. No, wait, that's blue, is it? And there's like a bit of a hair spike here. And then lightning. Blue energy. And there he is, Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.